Today on Forbes, streaming giant Netflix has been unable to disrupt the video game market, but armed with massive resources and time, it's making a new push to level up what could leave its competitors in the dust. Netflix has won the streaming wars. Case closed, wrote analyst Robert Fishman in a Moffett-Nathanson report on the streamer's recent earnings update. But where does the company go from here? How much more runway for growth is ahead, he asks. Since November 2021, Netflix, which recently passed 300 million subscribers globally, has been trying to convince users, investors, and developers alike that one of the answers to that question can be video games. And it has put real money behind that conviction. By fall 2023, according to widely cited reports, Netflix had spent $1 billion on gaming, buying up 4 smaller development studios and building 2 of its own, while publishing dozens of titles for mobile devices, including tower defense game Bloons TD and graphic adventure Oxenfree. Analysts believe the company likely spent another $1 billion on gaming in 2024 alone, increasing its offering to 140 games made available to anyone with a Netflix subscription, all without ads or in-app microtransactions. Traction in the gaming marketplace has been harder to come by. Netflix's portfolio of mobile apps has recorded 192 million total downloads, according to data provider Apptopia, and daily active user counts hover around 1.1 million, each fractional compared with mobile publisher competitors, and even smaller in relation to Netflix's overall subscriber base. As he presented at the Games Developers Conference in San Francisco, Netflix president of games Alan Taskin said, quote, "We're not yet the Netflix of games, but that's exactly where we're headed." Going forward, Netflix games will focus on the development of more games that can be played inside the Netflix app on connected smart TVs, where 70% of Netflix viewership already happens, utilizing phones as the controller via a mobile app. The service wants to build more quote-unquote interactive experiences that can extend the life of Netflix's IP from popular homegrown shows and movies, as it has done with Squid Game and Too Hot to Handle. That's a far different strategy from the traditional idea of the Netflix for games, under which startups like Blacknut and Shadow, as well as tech giants such as Google Stadia, Apple Arcade, and Microsoft Xbox Game Pass, have built a cloud-based library of games that can be sold for a subscription. Netflix's pivot also seems to remove it from the race to create the next blockbuster game like Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone, evidenced first in October by dozens of layoffs and the shuttering of its California studio, which was focused on bigger-budget AAA game projects, before it had published a single title. The evolution from linear passive entertainment on Netflix to more interactive experiences makes a lot of sense in theory. The $180 billion gaming industry now dwarfs the size of traditional Hollywood movies and television, estimated at $100 billion annually, and has become the preferred pastime for younger generations. However, Netflix's early efforts at line-blurring interactive content, such as the headline-grabbing Black Mirror Bandersnatch, did not catch on, and in November, the company announced it would be removing dozens of similar titles from its library entirely. Bandersnatch is one of only 4 that remain. To date, Netflix has yet to create a game or any game-like experience that has captured and maintained the interest of the broader public over an extended time. Even Squid Game Unleashed, which the company touts as one of its biggest success stories, hit 6 million downloads when it debuted in December, peaked at nearly 13 million downloads in January, and then fell to 700,000 in February. Notably, that game is the first not to require its players to have a Netflix subscription to play. Netflix's answer in the short term has been licensing. In December 2023, the company announced it would be offering 3 old Grand Theft Auto titles to anyone with a Netflix subscription. And to date, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas has been its most downloaded and played game by far. What Netflix Games has in its favor is the time and resources to experiment. The company grew its overall revenue by 16% in 2024, generating $10 billion in operating income and nearly $7 billion in free cash flow. Taskin acknowledges that is a privileged position to be in a games landscape that faced industry-wide layoffs, budget cuts, and company closures in 2024. He says, quote, "I say sometimes to the team, we have a golden ticket. What are we going to do with it?"